Hello everyone, my name's Yuta Jazz and I am a spiritual speaker as well as a tarot reader and a bunch of other things because we're all multidimensional beings, aren't we? Multifaceted and all of that great amazing jazz. Yeah, I'm coming back with another video to speak to you about like going for your dreams and achieving your dreams. Because over the last year, I've noticed that who I have worked with has really either struggled with it, or has kind of taken a lot of time until they got the result that they really wanted. That has had them in a rut for like over a year, like over a year span, right? So it's kind of nice that they managed to work through something in only a year, considering that they might have been struggling with it for 5 years or longer, right? But then there's, I guess there's a huge shift on the planet currently right now where people are going for their dream desires of whatever sort, might it be one aspect or a whole life or whatever, or a way we show up in life. So if you're going for a happy home, new career, maybe just becoming more social or going for your hobbies more and living the life where it's not escaping to dopamine highs and other things, but it's actually like I'm doing the stuff I want and I'm investing in the growth that that provides, although it's uncomfortable, right? So yeah, if you're going through any of those things, or in general you're trying to change your life and manifest something you want and change it out, change like the bad thing that you don't appreciate in your life currently, right? Changing it out for the new. If that's not working for you, if you've been hating on yourself, if you've been really like stuck in the mentality of I'll never get through this, this is not for me, I'm not made for this, like here's the example, right? Like I've been trying for so long and I keep coming back to the same opinion and perspective and conclusion about myself. Um, it's really weird because one, it's more complicated than just like one video that I can upload to talk to people about and to just help them, you know, along with their lives and everything's fixed and yay. But it is more complicated, and I feel like I'm gonna need to make quite a few videos on the topic just to elaborate and expand on it. But for I guess for like, you know, the sake of just talking into the topic, right? I'll just go right into it. Um, it's not about doing the right things. It's about actually internally being more stable and set up and confident to do it. So it's not just luck. It's not just working hard. That's actually a big misconception in our world. If you look at a lot of affluent people or people that are really stable in their lives and have a lot, not a lot of them had to work really hard for it. Like some of them did, some of them didn't. People that have like lucky breaks, right? Usually the only thing they really do is keep doing what they enjoy the process of, and they keep doing it, they keep enjoying it, and eventually through the process of loving it, loving themselves in the creation process and the journey of it, through a prolonged time of basically maintaining that positive force or that realistic, authentic, honest focus on oneself and what you want, and then just keeping that going while letting go of doubts, letting go of worries and fears, like taking accountability for them, not just ignoring them, but really rationally looking at them like, hey, this is upsetting me as I'm going through this thing and for this thing. Like I like painting, right? But I keep thinking I'm a crappy painter. But I keep painting and it's not getting anywhere. It's like I'm not enjoying the process anymore. I think something's wrong with me and my creative pieces or work is going away because of it. Basically, right? And you can ruin any hobby like this. You can ruin anything you love this way. You can ruin your like yourself, your personal relationship with this, and you can ruin other people and your relationships with them. So instead of thinking that you'll never make it, or it's unachievable, right, or I'm stupid, like all of these negative derogatory terms, instead of going for that, through that, or saying like I'm lost, and these things that you say when you are in the deep shit of it is the most important stuff ever. It's the thing that can transform your bad day into a good one. You know, like if you actually open up to the possibility that things can work out even though you're having a tough time, or I believe in myself to figure it out. I don't feel like it, but there has to be an answer, you know? Like genuinely saying that to yourself is already going to open up more like internal perspectives and more opportunities and more free-flowing happy emotions, or more conscious awareness in how you can progress further, and how you can look after yourself so you're not constantly berating yourself and attacking yourself over the thing that you don't have yet, right? It's not the destination that's gonna fix everything. It's not gonna ever make you happy. That's just like a long story short. If you think that if you're gonna get this thing, that's when you're gonna be happy, that's just not how it works. The point that you start stepping into the things you love, the point that you start like embodying them, accepting yourself within that, like how you know, either have to change your lifestyle or the people you're around or where you're spending your time or what you're eating, right? How much you're sleeping, or how much you're speaking to yourself in a certain tone, right? If all that is needed to just start actually doing the stuff you want and going for your like goals and aspirations while being on your team, why not do it? Like that's legitimately the only thing you really need to begin or to start. And you gotta then keep doing it. And then you gotta keep accepting the challenges that come away, that they're there to build you up, to give you confidence that you can like get through it, to figure it out. Or perhaps, right, it's bringing up reluctancy, resistance, regrets, guilt, shame, other like negative beliefs about this amazing idea, this amazing feeling, this amazing goal that, you know, is out there for you, or in within you, more like so, right? Um, it's not gonna be what you do, how many times you do it, how much sleep you lose over it, and how much like harder you work. Yes, it's gonna be hard work at some points, but it's not gonna be in the same way that we are brought up to expect or understand hard work. It's not like 40, 80 hours a week that you gotta just like, you know, keep tormenting yourself in front of your projects. Like it's nothing like that. Find the trust and belief in the point of what you want, and that you can let go everything that is holding you back, that is not for you, that is not serving you. And then start only focusing and looking to the thing you like and living your life around that. If you want to become a great musician, you're gonna need to, and you never did anything to do anything with music, right? You're probably gonna need to learn what type of instrument you want to actually start learning, right? It's like the ground zero is not that you gotta buy every guitar out there and then just go and riff on Twitch or like wherever, or go in and get your first gig in that restaurant right away. Nah, those small-ish achievements that are actually kind of huge take time to create and make. Any person that has like performed in front of a live audience has either had a innate talent that had the opportunity to be shown at one point so they can make their decision to go forward and achieve that life, right? Or they have practiced so much and so hard and got over their own disbelief of who they are and what they are capable of and how good or bad they're doing something. You know, like they didn't just practice every day. They learned how to get up out of bed, you know, stop doing like those escapism little ideas that they had, and just start like putting all into the craft of it, the focus, the zone of it, and then loving the process, loving themselves, and growing through that transformation. If you're going towards something new, you can't hate on yourself. You can't take something old together with you, and you can't expect to know everything right away or to have a full-fledged plan that you are sure is gonna work to then actually start beginning like anything. If you're gonna start right now. Doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter where you're at, doesn't matter who you're around. Some advances are gonna be smaller than others, but like the advance of like you talking about something you want to do, and then the advance of eventually actually taking the first step are just like those two things are just as important, because without an idea you can't like start taking the steps and figuring out the plan, or maybe figuring out how to traverse and progress in this journey, right? And if you try and take the old with you, you're basically just saying that you don't really want anything new, or you don't believe in yourself to be secure or stable within the journey of finding out what it is. Like, why do you want to do it? Is it worth it? Is it gonna get anywhere? Is it not gonna get anywhere? Am I gonna fall on my face? You know, am I gonna like figure out what to do after that? So I'm not encouraging here for anyone to just like be completely irresponsible and, you know, like throw away something that is maybe essential currently for your well-being or survival, right? Or maybe you're not ready yet. Don't push yourself. Like, I'm just here to help people who are ready start doing what they have to do. People that have tried, maybe, who have lost their I want to say shit, but it has a negative connotation. It's like a person actually getting angry, right? I'm actually talking about people breaking down because stuff didn't work out, which is terrifying. Like, I think that's the biggest reason we don't really go for something we want, is because we're afraid of the consequences of us not making through it and then having a breakdown and not having any help to get back up, right? But this is basically for those people that have been tiptoeing around an idea and they're not taking action and they're not doing it, or they have like thoughts that are flowing in but they keep repressing them, and you keep becoming more anxious and more worried, and then everything you're doing is like out of whack and annoying you more, right? That's also for you. Like, this is basically to kick you to start doing things that bring you joy and then take away that anxiety and alleviate the difficulties. Because there's a different path you can take instead of staying where you are. Or I guess for the people that have went on the limb, rushed it, and then thought they had to do something a specific way and just pushed for it, and then obviously things didn't work out and break down. Like, this is also for you to not lose faith and not to think that you did something wrong. You didn't do anything wrong. You tried your best. You thought about going it in one way and thinking that is the way that you have to do it. But, you know, I think it was just a case of you didn't see the whole light of the situation, how it was actually showing you how to move forward and what to do. As in, it's not that you had to do it the way you thought you had to do it and then rush and make it through, because it's a sprint. It was more of a case of do it slow, do it right, do it in the way that really helps you and makes it real. Do it in the way that becomes more apparent to you, that unravels, you know. Because if you get a new idea, you take that step, you're still, like, as you're going away from whatever undesirable situation or living situation or other stuff, as you take the step, you keep being in this like ambiguous place of I don't know, you know, like, what's the next step? I just took this step. It's like, you're gonna get the next step, but you gotta step, stay, do what you gotta do on that step, and then take the other step when it presents itself to you. Don't go back to where it's safe and secure. That is only gonna make it worse. Like today I had an example of a person not fully letting go their past, and that's why they got stuck. For other people, it could also be an example of you think the only way to progress is this idea or plan that you have, and life is actually not okay with that. Like the universe is like, no, that's not how we're gonna do this, because you are going through a transformation that is supposed to change you as a person and make you live this life that you want, right? It's not given to you. It's made. It's not given to you. It's not ordained. It's not luck. You don't just happen upon it. Even when it looks like luck and that you just happen upon it, it's not luck. It's people being deliberate, focused, and then being on their team and then taking their time with it. Because it's transforming them, it's changing them into the person and into the life that is going to be the best for them, that they want, that is going to serve them, you know. And if you're way back in like the line of this and you're now actually just thinking about the things that you want to do and considering a change, awesome, great. You know, like don't rush and think that this is your sign that you gotta like, that's it, I'm quitting my job or I'm breaking up with this person or other things, right? Like sit with yourself and do check like, oh, what am I tired about? What do I like? What don't I like? And what do I want to involve? How do I want to feel, right? Like what type of person do I want to become? And what do I want my lifestyle to be? And how do I look in that, right? Like how is that person that is me gonna be in that world, in that like new reality? Because it is a new reality. It's like being birthed, you know, in the cosmos of the universe through all the sparklies and the glitters. So don't give up on yourself. Don't think you're not gonna make it through this. And honestly, like don't start like doubting yourself and hating on yourself for thinking you're stupid for wanting more. That is actually gonna help you, make you happy. That's what you're here to do. You are here to live your best life. So you can like encourage other people to figure out who they are and what their best life is and how to do it as well. It's just like figuring it out sounded, I think, easier to a lot of us when we first got into the spiritual community, especially when we have so many great examples of amazing healers, tarot readers, and you know, everyone else that are like speakers and other things like that. But it's like they did the work. You know, like they're a guide for us or others or everyone because they went through this journey. They felt like we felt, you know, you felt, I felt, everyone in tough and like not tough times. So keep believing in yourself, start thinking and feeling differently, and if there's something that keeps coming up, don't ignore it, talk to it, figure out what is holding you back. What is the internal pain, the internal aspect, which side of yourself, which age of yourself is coming through to talk to you that I agree I want to do this, but I am scared shitless, or I believe this is gonna happen to us if we're gonna go through and do this, or remember when we tried doing this like 50 other times in the past? Every time this is what popped up, right? And that's a part of the process. That doesn't mean you're not going forward and you like shouldn't be doing what you love. It just is like you are having a low day after having a high day because there's something that just popped up. You elevate it to a new height, and this is the barrier of it. You know, this is the belief that might have been instilled in previous experiences or from past lives or from people or society, right? Like, we're breaking through it as we are breaking through ourselves and our own personal problems and limitations. So keep shining. You are here to, you know, like be happy. And you can do it. It's gonna take time. Keep believing. It takes time. Don't hate on your journey. Don't hate on the time. Don't hate on how much love and care and patience you might need to give yourself. You know, like, if you were split into two, basically you have one little self, or vulnerable, scared, in pain self, right? And then you have the other side of you, which is caring and loving. And you can use that power of compassion, attention, not just for other people, but for yourself. You can direct that, like, attention and personality towards the broken side of yourself, where there's just a lot of pain and you know, and struggle and doubt and maybe, you know, self-trust issues. And all you gotta do is start talking between those two sides, to start stepping in the same, like, breath, right, forward, or with the same leg. I don't know. I hope this has helped you, and thank you for, like, coming on over here, clicking, watching streams, subbing, liking, everything. I really appreciate it. Um, I hope to only see this community grow. If you know, you like these videos, like, let me know. Maybe there's specific topics you want me to talk on. And if you want to see some gaming, or just chatting and live tarot readings that are not just pick-a piles, you can go over to my Twitch. I stream three times a week. And if you want to personally work with me, we can arrange that through my Etsy, or you can just book a video or a text version of, like, a reading with also pictures of the cards involved. So, yeah. Thank you. Keep shining. Keep shining.